Hey there, it's me, ya boy, your favorite YouTuber you have never heard about before. And I'm reading a few stories from r/MaliciousCompliance today. I also fixed my microphone, so stay tuned and enjoy these stories. This story is called Extra Onions, if you say so. My first post, so not sure if it belongs here, but I want to share. This happened when I was a teenager working my first job a long time ago at McDonald's and was working the evening shift as a drive-through cashier. It was a pretty normal day, but it was a bit slow and there wasn't many of us out there. Was kind of doing just their own thing. But little did I know that this would be the day I would encounter my first entitled customer, but sadly not my last, and was quite memorable for me. The entitled customer drives up to the order menu and I use my headset to greet the customer. Welcome to McDonald's, may I take your order? Yeah, I just want a McDouble. Alright, would that complete your order? Yeah, but I want extra onions. No problem. Now, in case you didn't know, McDonald's has a screen for customers to review their order to ensure it's accurate and will display any special orders. So edit the extra onions on the order so the customer will see it. Please pull up to the next window, thank you. Hey, I only see one extra onions. I'm sorry? I said extra 10 times. I want to see it on the screen. You want me to put extra onions on the screen 10 times? Yes, I order extra onions all the time and I never get enough. You guys never make my burger right and I want to see extra onions on there 10 times so you understand that I'm serious about this. Okay. I'm adding extra onions on the screen 10 times. Does that look correct? Yeah, hopefully you won't mess this up. You guys always mess it up. We'll try. Please pull up to the next window. Now the order goes to the back to my coworker to make, and he sees a burger with a bunch of extra onions on it. Hey, what's up with that order? Don't make it, I'll do it. It's pretty slow and I want to make sure his burger is done correctly. Whatever. I then proceed to take his money for his order and direct him to the next window to wait for his meal, which he kinda just gruffs and proceeds, and I head back to the grill to make his burger. So a McDouble made back then went bun top, ketchup, mustard, onions, pickles, cheese, patty, bun bottom in that order. But this guy wanted extra 10 times onions, and I was dead set on ensuring just that. So in compliance to his order, I put some onions on the wrapper, bun top, onions, ketchup, onions, mustard, onions, silver onions, different kind onions for bigger burgers, pickles, onions, cheese, onions, patty, onions, cheese, onions, patty, onions, bun bottom, and sprinkled some more onions around the burger. What the fuck? I'm now looking at this half onion, half burger monstrosity, grinning, wrapped it up, attached a large special ticket to it, and sent it to my other coworker to give it out. Well, he said he doesn't get enough onions. Hope it's to his liking. I didn't have to wait for long to find out if he liked it. A few minutes later, an entitled customer enters the McDonald's lobby asking loudly who made this burger. My manager was up front at the time and found out it was me who made it and called me up front. Oh, you done fucked up now. Now, I'm kind of expecting to get yelled out by the entitled customer and in trouble with the manager, and I was a bit surprised when the guy started laughing. Kid, let me shake your hand. You're the first guy who actually made me take onions off my burger. Guess 10 excess is too much. Next time I come here, I'll say 5. The entitled customer left laughing, and I thought I actually never saw that guy again. Left me with a great story about an entitled customer who likes onions a bit too much, and ended up being a pretty good sport about it. I actually really like the story because, well, contrary to other stories on the subreddit, this one actually didn't harm anybody, and the guy took it like a champ. He had a good sense of humor, and I respect that, and I think that's a really nice guy. This story is titled, Mother-in-Law Gets Her Wish Granted. The saying, you don't just marry the man, you marry his family, is an understatement, and maybe should have included some amendments in our vows. Shortly after we were married, my mother-in-law's birthday rolled around. She lived out of state, but I made a point of sending her a birthday card that my husband picked out. She called, thanking him for the birthday wishes, and then asked to speak to me. This was slightly unusual, as we didn't typically talk on the phone, but it was her birthday, and I, of course, being the new daughter-in-law, was happy to oblige. She then proceeded to rip me a new one for sending her an inappropriate birthday card that made reference to the aging process and that she was deeply offended. At first I was shocked, and while listening to her rant, realized how two-faced this woman could be. I apologized and assured her that this would never happen again, meaning she would never again receive a card from us. If she wanted to play, then game on. I should mention that my mother-in-law was highly religious, and without specifically mentioning said religion, just know that she lives in Utah. Fast forward to Christmas, and she sends out an email informing us that at this stage in her life she no longer needs to receive material items and she would rather us to donate to a worthy cause. Insert humble bragging. Within an hour of this email going out to the family, she sent out an amendment that her Christmas wish would be for her family to cancel our present exchange for the entire family and instead donate all the money to said religious causes. Various siblings tried to explain that we could honor her request of donations, but also enjoy giving things to each other. She was having none of it. At this point, I was getting fed up, as this woman did not have the right to dictate how we choose to celebrate the holiday. However, being the respectful daughter-in-law that I was, I decided to honor her wishes in my own way. For the next several years, I made donations to various LGBTQ+ charities in her name and made sure that she was notified via email along with various Happy Birthday, Mother's Day and Merry Christmas messages. She never said a word about them, as there were no inappropriate birthday cards, and I did donate to worthy causes. Eventually, we divorced, but I still laugh about it to this day. I guess be careful what you... I mean, while technically that's not what the mother-in-law wanted, she didn't exactly specify the cause to donate to, so it's technically what she wanted, so I don't think she has the right to complain about it. I mean, she never did. She just got what she deserved for trying to ruin Christmas for the whole family just because she didn't want any presents. This story is called, "But you said to pick any flag, so I did." Hello Reddit, this is literally my first time posting anything on here, so I'm sure I'm gonna do anything wrong. Please be nice. I've been watching a lot of Reddit post videos on YouTube, Fresh, Voicey here, Q-Star, etc. And I've been wanting to share some bizarre things that happened in my life. Also, I guess this is a cliche now, but English isn't my first language, so sorry if I mess anything up. I respect that English isn't my first language either. This is a long post, so I put a TLDR at the end. I was just talking about kindergarten experience with a friend and remembered this one. So this story takes place a long time ago, because it happened back when I was like 5 or something. Obviously, I don't remember the exact dialogue. For some background information. In my country, there are these things called American schools, where you can get American education instead of the country's education. Not only will they teach the students English, but they're also responsible for teaching the students American culture. The kindergarten I went to was one such school. Now at this kindergarten, the most experienced teacher was in charge of a class with the oldest children, and this teacher was what I can only describe as a witch. Let's call her Miss R. She was married, but she hated being called Mrs. because it made her sound old. I have a lot of stories I could tell about her, but today let's stick with this one. I was one of the unfortunate little children whose turn it was to be in her class. This story happened while we were preparing for graduation. Each class was to sing a song during the ceremony, if you could even call it that. My class was going to sing Grand Old Flag because it's American and that's what we learned about at the school. Miss R wanted each child to choose 2 flags of any country we liked, but she only really expected the 5-year-olds to pick the American flag and the flag of a country they currently lived in, since she apparently expected they would be the only flags they'd be familiar with. Basically, what she wanted was uniformity, but she didn't specify that's what she wanted. She then sent us home to think about it and told us we'll make the flag the next day. Now, I was a little snowflake back then, and I pretty much did whatever I wanted, as long as it didn't stray too far from the rules. So even while everyone else in the class pretty much anonymously made US and our country's flags, I decided to make Italy and France. Why? I don't really remember. Maybe I liked the colors? But Miss R was mad. She already really disliked me because of my tendency to want to stray from the rules, so she definitely wasn't nice about it. She told me that she wanted me to fix the flags. She told me that the countries I picked had to be countries I could speak the official language of. Of course, Miss R expected me to change the flags to America and my country, since I could speak both English and my native language. Oh, Miss R, you never learn, do you? Have you forgotten what kind of child I am? I ended up making my flags into the Canadian flag and the flag of Great Britain. I know now that Canada's official language is equally French as it is English, but I didn't know at the time. I just knew someone from Canada that spoke English. TLDR, teacher told me to draw the flag of a nation that spoke English, expecting me to draw a US flag. I drew Canada and England just because I could. I mean, technically, America doesn't have English as its official language. I think Great Britain also doesn't have it. So it's not exactly what, but I mean, she just got what she asked for, so there's that. So that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to like and subscribe for future videos and turn on notifications so you don't miss any new uploads. With that said, I hope to see you in the next video. Goodbye.